just when I thought I'd seen everything, then something like this arrives in the mail. This was sent to me by my subscriber Ken from Kentucky. 4 boxes of some of the most unusual and rarest tools I've ever come across. Thank you so much, Ken. Ken emailed me a while back and said, hey, I wanted to send you something. I wasn't expecting this. And to be honest with you, when I unboxed it, I couldn't figure out what it was. Of course, I knew it was some sort of a drill brace, but this thing is crazy. Brian showed up right after I'd boxed it, and I'd asked him if he'd ever seen anything like it, and he was completely mystified as well. But not only did he send 1, but 2. Two of them, almost identical, a little bit different size, but very, very interesting tool. So we scratched our head a little bit, and we weren't really 100% sure what it was. So whenever I run into situations like this, I go to the Tool Bible. The Tool Bible will tell you, well, it's a bad glare there, it has pretty much everything listed. Speaking of nice gifts, this book was a gift to me by my friend Big Lou down in Los Angeles. He sent this a while back, and thank you, Lou. This has been a great resource for me in that, look at that, marbled, isn't that? That's a beautiful book. There's nothing like having a real book. Man, I love these reference books. But Big Lou sent this to me, and this has been a real blessing to our family. Thank you, Lou, so much. Speaking of which, Lou, my friend Lou, those of you who are praying people or people of the cloth, please pray for Lou. He's going into a pretty serious surgery this week, and we'll be checking up on him, and we're certainly have him in our prayers and wishing him the best, a safe, speedy recovery. Okay, speaking of which, so what I did is I flipped through here, and I found it. Of course, I've never had a tool that has come into my possession that I didn't find it, and here it is. It's called a boring tool bit brace, a corner brace. Also called an angle brace, a bit brace intended for use in drilling a hole near a wall or a corner where the full sweep of a normal brace is not possible. This type of brace was used exclusively by electricians when wiring completed houses. It was sometimes known as an electrician's bit brace, also known as a boring tool ratchet. So that is definitely it. And then as soon as I read that, it all came clear to me. This is a brace for drilling in the corner of a wall. I can see why electricians would use something like that. Now, something that's even more interesting, and I think that is, to me, what seems even more rare that was in the box as well, is this extension here. You can see right there we have the end there that we would have on a regular bit, the old style. And what this is it's a way to get extension. So we can see here, we put our bit in here like this. Now these are commonly used today, or this, not this thing, but similar bit extensions for electricians. That's a little bit, that could use a little bit of oil. Let's put a little oil on there. But these extensions are commonly used with modern electrical work for getting, into long areas. If you have to drill through a whole bunch of studs, for example, you would use one of these. And I think that this is really special here because oftentimes things like this, they get thrown out. Because to the uninitiated, I mean, if you were to see this, you could see that this is something special. This is something that's unique and interesting, probably not something you'd want to throw away. But this, on the other hand, what is this and what is it for and does it really have any use? These things oftentimes are hard to find because they're lost to us because most people just don't recognize them for what they are. But here it is. And this would have been a very interesting, I would think, a set the electrician probably would have had to get that extra little bit of boring in there. Isn't that fascinating? So one thing that I've really been anxious to do is to take a look inside, see what's in this gearbox. Because if we look at them, we'll see that we have plates on both sides. That's the way they used to make the old tools, of course. Made things to be serviced, made things to last, to be repaired. But I was very curious. Let's take a look inside here and see what makes this crazy thing work. Beautiful little brass screws. This is neat. This looks like it was hand-hammered, handmade by someone long ago. Isn't that cool? So, and the reason why these would come off, I would imagine, is so that you could not only service it, but you could grease it. Oh, look at that. Isn't that cool? That to me just looks like it was handmade. Maybe it was. Maybe it was a replacement that someone had made if something got damaged or lost. But look at this. So if we pick this up here, you can see, you see how the gears work. Let me zoom you in here closer. See that? Isn't that fascinating? You can get in there and you could grease that. All right. Focus. Oh man, I had everything set up so nice for you guys, and look at what's happening now. Good. Okay, there we go. I thought that was just fabulous. And I'm not going to show you everything that came. There are some fascinating tools that I have never even seen before, but everything that Ken sent, I did find in the book. So now I'm starting to see why electricians, this would have been so popular with electricians. So let's just say, for example, on this door jamb, that we needed to drill a hole right through the bottom, right through maybe the bottom plate or something like that. Now we can see here, we got a serious problem. Now there would be a workaround. We do have, of course, the braces that have the ratcheting mechanism, but that would be slow, wouldn't it? Back and forth, hitting your knuckles. Here we see the wisdom. So I've got a 1/2-inch bit on here, and we could just put that on there. I've never used this before, so it looks like there's a couple different places of grabbing it, but I guess it kind of, just a combination of maybe using your body and leg. Well, that works really good, actually. And we're going to go through a 2x4 on end, so that's 3.5 inches. How long does it take? Well, it's always a treat when things work better than you even thought that they would. That is quite a tool there. Coming through, I can feel it right there. Yeah, got a little knot there, spurs poking through, but that's it. Man, that is a clever tool. Who comes up with these things? This is really something. That is really neat. So there you have it. One of the most interesting tools that I have ever come across. And to have two of them, boy, that is really something. That is really unique. Thank you so much. Again, thank you, Ken, for your generosity. Wait till you see some of the other stuff that he sent. Can I give you a little sneak peek? Do I want to spoil? No, I don't want to spoil it. We'll do that next time. But that is really cool. Boy, that's a pretty big one. I'm gonna have to come up with a clever way of displaying this here in the shop, or having it over there. I never anticipated anything like this before, and it is a crazy thing. One thing I'm not real clear on is, why is this handle, why does that move like that? Why does that move? Maybe for comfort? I just don't know. Seems like it shouldn't move. I don't know. I just don't know why that is. But the number, if you were curious on these things, I did see a number on it. It is I thought I did it. Well, it says Stanley. It's a Stanley, a number, here it is. A Stanley, looks like a 998. Stanley 998. So I thought you guys would enjoy that. That is really unique. Well, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next video.